Hi friends, Team Deathmatch is something a lot of people have wanted to see in Apex Legends for a long time. Well, good news, it's available to play, except it's only on Apex Legends Mobile. However, I'm going to look at Apex Legends Mobile and see what we can learn from the TDM for how it might look when it eventually comes to console and PC. So in Team Deathmatch on Apex Legends Mobile, you have 2 squads of 6 to battle it out. The maps are certainly big enough, and PC and console should be able to cope with it. Interestingly, when you had control, you could only ready up with your own team of 3, and this was essentially because they didn't have the functionality in place to ready up with more than 3 players at a time. Obviously, mobile's built on a different platform, and with a different team of developers, so they don't actually have this issue. As you can see, when you ready up on mobile, the whole team matches together straight away. You also can't choose the same legend, unlike control where you could have multiple of the same legend in the same team. Now I'm guessing the PC and console versions will try and implement something similar to mobile, and this could be a really great thing for Apex because it could allow you to ready up with a team of more than 3 people. And I do think potentially part of the reason why we haven't got TDM just yet on PC and console is because they might be trying to implement this functionality before they release this game mode on PC and console. In terms of weapons, players can choose any gun of their choice in Apex Legends Mobile. In fact, you can choose your primary and secondary. It's a little like arena mode, except you don't need crafting materials. You literally just pick your weapon, and you can even choose your attachments. Of course, this is very different to what we got in control mode, where you actually had specific loadouts. I think they've built the loadouts mechanic, so it's a little more likely we'll get loadouts when TDM comes to console and PC. But it is interesting to see the mechanic on Apex Legends Mobile because I personally prefer it to loadout, because it means you can essentially customize your own loadout when you load into a game of TDM on mobile. In terms of scoring, TDM is scored like most TDMs in other games. It's the first team to reach 30 kills wins the game. I think this will be very similar on main console and PC. I expect there'll likely be a timer as well, so if no winner is found after a certain amount of time, then the winner will be whichever team has the most kills. In terms of abilities, you also get unlimited use of your abilities, apart from the cooldown times of course. You remember in Control we had Reputation, which determined our level of attachments as well as our ultimate ability, but that's not really a thing in mobile, and I do wonder if the Reputation thing will be part of TDM when it comes to console and PC. I'm not 100% sure if it will, because for Control it kind of makes sense to have that whole Reputation aspect due to the zone capturing nature, but in TDM you're basically just trying to kill each other, and I don't think Reputation will work quite as well for that. Of course, the biggest thing about a Team Deathmatch is unlimited respawns, something we got for the very first time in Control on PC and console, and it's also something we see in TDM on mobile. But you'll notice in TDM the respawns are much faster than they were in Control, because in Control there was a bit of a delay. Again, that kind of makes sense in Control because you need to balance out the zone capturing aspect, and so a delay for respawns makes sense. But in TDM that's less of an issue, so I imagine respawn times will be much faster in TDM on console and PC, much like it is in mobile. 2 other things I wanted to pick up on that we see in the mobile versions that I think we could see in the console and PC version of Team Deathmatch. Supply drops. We got supply drops in Control, and you get the very same supply drops on mobile, although with slightly different weapons in those supply drops. So I expect this to be exactly the same in TDM on console and PC. The final point I wanted to cover are shields and health. Shields auto regen in Team Deathmatch on mobile. Interestingly, you get shields and heals that you can use. If you remember Control on PC and console, you only got heals that included syringes and medkits, but you didn't get shield cells. And I do think this will be quite similar in TDM on console and PC. Shields will auto regen, and you'll get heals to heal your health. Anyway, those are the things I wanted to pick up from Apex Legends Mobile's version of Team Deathmatch, because I think it gives us a good idea of what we could see on console and PC. I hope this was interesting for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you later.